Alright then. Yes, Sir Wrong John Silver is our next author. It's been a while since we read one of his. It's been... Hold on. Where is it? 2203, yeah. That's a little bit over 100. Oh! That's the love... Whew! Somebody followed me. Baker Burner, welcome to the Fluff. Thanks for the follow. I'm never used when to hear that sound, so it always jump scares me a little bit. Welcome to the Fluff. We reached the halfway point with the SCP reading, and it's only been a 2-hour reading. Oh god. But where was I? Yes, the Baker. Not Baker's Burner. Wrong John Silver. They have. Good reaction when someone follows. You should have followed when you. Good reaction when someone follows. Should have followed. Wait, whoa. Good reaction when someone follows. Oh yeah. Good reaction when I play a scary. Yeah, okay, I got it. But yes, Wrong John Silver has written the love matching SCP, which was hilarious. It was like this thing like where like you can give it a name. Was it a name, or I think it was just like it will give you a name and then like how much of a match you are. You play some horror game? Not on stream. I haven't really played any horror games on stream. The last, it's more of a survival game that we play was Lethal Company, but I play Silent Hill now like, on the PlayStation 5. But on Saturday and Sunday I read SCPs. Well, no, it's not playing horror. I'm reading. As the title says, reading SCP 2310 till 19. So the horror aspect is because like SCPs can be horror at the end. So, but yes, okay. Wrong John Silver, you also wrote now. Mother always knows. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Okay. Oh god, it's a phone. Oh, I hope it's not as... Please be not as psychotic as the mother who tried to split up her daughter from her husband, even in the afterlife. That shit was crazy. But okay, let's see what do we have here. Object class Euclid, special containment procedures. SB2314 is kept in a standard containment locker at Site 17. Personnel are advised never to answer SB2315 except as required for testing. Oh, that must be... How do you know then if it's your mom or not? Well, let's keep reading. All calls received by SB2315 must be logged and reported to MTF-3, the phone company. Immediately for an attempt to trace the call. All personnel who report a call must also report the age, location of the mother, and status of relations with her. Okay. A bit personal and in the workplace, but sure. Note from Principal Researcher Perry, given the events of prior calls, pinpointing the source of the call is considered the top priority when SB2315 undergoes testing. Do not test SB2315 without informing MTF-3. AA. Okay, here we have SCP-2315 receiving a call. Wait, they were receiving a call? What? Wouldn't it be like sending a call? So, well, I wonder if like, I hope the Wrong John Silver actually had to be like, hey mom, just call me real quick. There we go. Thank you, mom. This will do numbers on the SCP Foundation website. Description: SCP-2315 is a factory standard iPhone 6 with no noticeable marks on the exterior or interior of the object. The phone does not have a lock code, no password. Brazen. Brave. Bold even. SCP-2315 operates normally until placed in a room with a single subject below the age of 30, whose biological mother is still alive. When these requirements are met, the phone will ring, displaying a caller identification of mother. When answered, a voice designated -1 can be heard on the phone. Subject described -1 as the voice of the mother and can converse freely with it. Oh, great, now I'm seeing things around the corner. Triangulation methods have reduced the target range of the source of the phone, called somewhere within 1 kilometer of the subject's biological mother, while all attempts at pinpointing the call from there have failed to date. This reminds me of the short horror story where, like, you know, like the very famous one where, like, you hear your mom calling you from the kitchen and you walk towards the kitchen, and then, like, your mother from the bedroom opens up, like, and says, "Don't go, I heard it too." But in this case, it's like you get a phone call, you pick up, and it is your mom. Like, imagine you doing that while your mom is, like, next door, and you know you can hear her not having a phone call, and you're like, okay, who is this? Subjects who meet the above criteria at later dates will continue to receive calls from -1 at a rate of 1 per day. Subjects report feeling increasingly uneasy with each successive call. Why does it sound less and less like your mom? The general pattern of phone calls are as follows. The first call is uneventful, although subjects report -1 as disapproving but still supportive. Disapproving of what? Just general disapproval. You're just like, hey mom, I went for a run today and got some work done. Made sure my wife is happy. My child is doing good, and she's like, that's not enough. Like, what? You're doing so well, sweetie, but that's just not enough. It's like, what the hell? During the second call, -1 talks about topics that distress the subject. Subject report that it becomes increasingly more hostile throughout the call. Okay, if you have mad respect from your mom and you understand, like, if your mom is angry at you and you don't like that, this is gonna be a bad time for anybody like that. I remember when I watched Hereditary, and that scene at the dinner table where the mom just yelled at her son and the father was just being quiet and the son tried to argue back and started crying. I don't think I ever had an argument like that my mom made me cry, but there are moments, like, you know, especially as a teenager or as a kid, where, like, she's also, like, you know, Italian, so she is very, like, has a temper. So she would just, like, you know, say shit and yell at you. And then, like, I was just there, like, kind of like, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of just in this state of, like, feeling horrible. Now that I'm older, of course, I can argue back, and I can actually, like, we can always, at the end, we always come to an agreement, we'll compromise. It's never as bad anymore. But as a kid, that shit sucks. But I imagine, like, if you have trauma from that, hearing this must be a bad time. -1 is both extremely hostile towards the subject and proclaiming its love and support for the subject during the third call. Common events include yelling, screaming, and requests for dangerous activities from the subject until the subject either hangs up or expires. The third call has been recorded as capable of continuing for hours without rest. Hell no, just hang up! I assume you can't, but... Addendum, experiment log, D135 was instructed to enter an empty containment cell holding SCP-2, this is actually kind of fucked up, SCP-2315 on the table and wait for further instructions. Microphones throughout the cell were used to record the call. It's kind of fucked up to think about because the D-class, like, they don't get any phone calls with any family member. So imagine this D-class, like, the mom's still alive at the end. So imagine, like, finally hearing your mom's voice while being, like, working for the Foundation for who knows how many weeks, months, maybe even years. And then just hearing your mom's voice on the phone. And the next day it gets a lot worse. But let's just see what happens. Day 1. Researcher Dr. Perry, D135. What the phone's ringing, and it says mother. Answer the phone, D135. Hello? Thomas? Thomas? Oh, is that really you? Mom? Oh, Thomas, that is you. I never thought I'd hear your voice again after they took you to prison. Me neither, Mom. I never thought I'd miss your voice so much. Neither did I, Thomas. You never listened to me when you were around. Huh? Oh, you heard me. You had to spend all your time with those people, didn't you? Nothing good was ever going to come from it. Remember me telling you that? It's going to get you in trouble and drop you like yesterday's trash. And you just had to not rob that store, didn't you? I know you told me it was an accident. You never meant to. You never meant to hurt that kind old man behind the counter, but you did, and your friends bolted. And here you are, running away, bringing shame to me and your family. If only you did listen to me and stayed away from them, none of this would have happened. It's alright that you didn't have a proper job. We have taken care of each other until you did. But now I've got to think just how lonely it is without you, every day. No, Mom, please. I know things look bad, but I made a deal, Mom. I'll be getting out in a month. I can come by and take care of you, and I'll be better, I swear. Really, Thomas? What sort of deal? Are you going to escape? No, Mom, it's a legit deal. I'm helping out with a few things for some people, legit things, and I'll be released for good behavior. You better not be lying to me, young man. No, I swear it's the truth. Really? Oh, that's wonderful news. I'll get you all the room all prepared and we can be together as a family again. I love you, Thomas. Wait, let me say that. I love you, Thomas. I hope you know that. Please stay good and don't screw this up. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good. It's good to hear your voice again, Thomas. And look, I am not looking forward to how this is going to get absolutely devastating. This is going to hurt. Discussion: D-135 was interviewed for identification to his biological mother and returned to his cell. Agent Washington was dispatched to arrive at D-135 mother's residence and observe if she undergoes any changes or shows awareness regarding the phone call. MTF Upzone 3 is prepared to track the source of the call given the expectation that it will occur within 1 kilometer of D-135's mother's residence. Good point. Well, I assume the mother is not going to, the actual mom is not going to do anything. She probably never called. Well, she definitely never called. Okay, day 2. Here we go. It's already going to get a bit, probably going to get a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's get through it. Hello? Thomas? Thomas, is that you? Yeah, Mom, is everything alright? Well, there's a very nice gentleman here. He says it's from something called the SCP Foundation. We've been talking. I have to ask you something, Thomas. Please don't lie to Mother. No, of course not. Mom, what is it? Are you D-Class? Yeah, Mom. I served the SCP Foundation for months and they let me go. No, Thomas, no. How could you do this? Don't you know what happens to D-Class at the end of the month? They let us go. You're always so stupid, young man. They'll kill you. What they said. I know what they tell you. Do you think that they really let you go after seeing all the things you were exposed to? If they didn't kill you, you probably sprout extra eyes. Is this all like references to different? Wait. Oh yeah, wait. The extra. We had that one. Hold on. That was recent. That was very recent. Yeah, the eye tumor. Or get eaten by some spider, or grow a creepy mask instead of a proper face. And then where are you? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Duh. Sorry about that weird reading. Let me just get everything fixed here real quick. Mom, no. They just want me to answer these calls. I'll be fine. Oh, you say that now. Well, you don't know better. Agent Washington and I have been talking, Thomas. Once this little test is done, they're going to expose you to some mechanical disease, and then you have to expose some derelict cruise ship. There's no coming home after you've been turned into some clockwork beast. Mechanical what? You have no idea what they're capable of, Thomas. I do. We've been talking. They got aliens, monsters, world-destroying machines, and they take prisoners like you and feed you to those monsters to figure out how exactly they work. You're doomed listening to those doctors in their little white coats. Who's watching you, Dr. Perry? Yeah, I think so. Mom, how do you know that? I'm your mother, Thomas. I know. Just leave things to me. I'll get it out of there. You're going to be fine. Not trust these people, Thomas. Do you hear me? I hear you, Mom. Good. For once in your life. Your life depends on it. And log. That is... Okay. Now I want to know... Probably at the end, Washington never talked to her. Agent Washington confirms that he was with D-135's mother during the call, but that she did not call anyone nor exhibit any atypical behavior indicating a call. He further denied discussing the Foundation with her. Given the fact that the call uses facts about the Foundation, priority has been placed to trace the call. All traces have failed. The possibility that Agent Washington is being untruthful about his role and D-135's mother's activity is considered. A second detail is dispatched to covertly observe and record D-135's mother and corroborate his story. Agent Washington was instructed to return to Site 17 the next day. D-135 was hostile to being returned to his cell and has to be escorted under sedation. He has to be isolated and watched until tomorrow. Priority given to call tracing. This may be a breaching process, Site Director. Yeah, I mean... Not sure how much it's a breaching process to you guys, but I feel like the biggest problem is I feel like, you know, is that like D-class are not supposed to know that they get terminated. I mean, I assume, well, I say that. A lot of D-class do know. Day 3. Begin log. Hi, Mom? Yes, Thomas, dear. It's your mother. They drugged me and kept a guard posted outside my cell last night, Mom. I know, dear. They know you know the truth. What am I going to do, Mom? Well, I was able to speak more to Agent Washington last night, and he told me about the object they have contained in the cell next to the one you're presently in. You need to cause the object next door to breach. You'll be able to escape when they try to contain the breach. Okay, Mom, how am I supposed to do that? If you need some blood, Thomas, you're going to have to bleed for it, and it will come for you. Can you do that for me, Thomas? But how am I going to bleed, Mom? Scratch your arm on the corner of the table in this room, then bite deeper. Into the scratch, open yourself up. It is going to hurt, but you have to be brave for Mother. Can you do this for me? Okay. This sounds completely crazy, Mom. Why am I doing this? Also, if I was Thomas, I'd be like, how do you know there's a table in this room? But at the end, I feel like this thing definitely infects you as well. Oh, Thomas, you're doing this because you made bad decisions after bad decisions your entire life. You couldn't complete school, you couldn't get a job, you had to turn to a life of crime, and you were too stupid not to get caught. That wasn't crazy enough for you now, was it, Thomas? No. Then you had to go and jump on the first insane idea to come along. Don't you remember just how plastic that recruiter looked? How they corralled you all in that room? You inside a weird necklace that one man was wearing? Weird necklace? Oh my god, that's way back. I think I recall that necklace still somehow. Everything looked wrong to you. But no, you jumped at that. You couldn't listen to your dear mother at any time ever. But you could listen to that doctor with a too wide grin. And you only wanted what's best for you for your entire life, and you could only listen to negligent predators who want nothing more than to harm you in ways you can't even imagine. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you too, Thomas. And that's why you're going to bleed for the object next door now. Draw a pentagram on the wall with your blood. I'll tell you what to write. Is anybody going to fucking stop this? Discussion. D-135 proceeded to open a vein in his left arm and began painting his blood on the containment cell while attempting to draw a pentagram with redacted. With his right hand, he kept SCP 2315 close to his ear. D-135 cried and continued to draw for 5 minutes, 32 seconds before collapsing from blood loss. Guards and paramedics entered to stabilize D-135 and escort him to the infirmary while retrieving SCP-2315. Agent Washington informed researchers he did provide his phone number to D135's mother, and she did call him the night previous to the event of day 3. He reports that the call was specifically about D135's history and how his mother misses him. Agent Washington reports never mentioning items in containment with D135's mother. Agent Washington call logs were examined and revealed a 20-minute call between him and D135's mother. Transcripts of the call were corrupted and could not be reconstructed. Agent Washington has been placed under surveillance pending investigation of breach of disclosure agreement. The fact that the call is corrupted definitely does not make it look good for him. The corporate surveillance team reports that D135 Mullers was at the residence on the phone during the call of day 3. He appeared relaxed and unstressed. Unexplained audio interference prevented recording of D135's Muller. MDF Upsilon 3 was unable to pinpoint the source of the call to SCP-2315, but was able to reduce the area to within 300 meters of the 135's Muller residence. Oh, okay. That's not big. I need to check something. Oh, she did answer. I need to answer back. Oh God. Where was I? Know that the room on the other side of the wall on which D135 Drew held supplies for conference and seminars, tables, chair, protection equipment was not used for containment. Oh God, he almost died from a lie. I mean, of course, that's the whole point of this SCP, is that it wants to kill you. The room was emptied and its contents examined for anomalous characteristics. This is actually a good SCP to like put in the for sure. Absolutely. Hold on a minute. Sorry guys, just give me a quick second. I'm sorry, but I need to jot this down. Okay, there we go. Okay, back to you. Was not used for containment. The room was emptied and its contents examined for anomalous characteristics. In addition to the standard supplies, a blister containing half of an Apple A8 processor and a 40 milliliter of etheric redacted was found on the opposite side of the wall next to SB2315's containment locker and D135's pentagram. Using Apple iPhone 6. Unlike previously held samples of redacted, the material had a characteristic floral scent, which D135 later identified as his mother's favorite perfume. In the interest of preventing in a Uranus event, SCP-2315 has been moved to the Euclid wing and the conference storage room emptied until further notice. An event during which anomalies are spontaneously generated through the nearby location of other anomalies. See SCP-970, SCP-2305, and SCP-2403 as anomalies so generated. And the credentials incident. There's so much. Okay, so incident number 2315D, Agent Rashawn Washington, object involved SCP-2315. Agent Washington made an unauthorized entry into SCP-2315's temporary containment chamber. Oh my god, dude, you're not making this look good for you. Automatic surveillance equipment recorded Agent Washington grabbing SCP-2315 when it rang and answered the call. The following conversation was recorded. Hello there? Rashawn? Is that you? It's your mother. You're not my mother. Rashawn, what kind of greeting is that? Listen, I know you weren't Mrs. Hintz when you were calling him. Mrs. Hintz when you were calling him. I was there. You never called when he picked up. I told her anything about the Foundation, but somehow you know all about us. I don't know how you keep managing to keep up this plausible deniability, while people's real moms just might be calling, but I know that's not what's happening. So you can just drop this mother game and talk to me straight. You are not my mother. Well, You certainly ain't no son of mine because I taught my kids proper respect growing up. What? Foundation. You always told me you got a job with the feds. Is the truth coming out now? Or did you stop lying to me? Or did you get a true chum with that Mexican hitman? Wait. Is this what I think? Oh my god, we're back with them? Yeah, we read about them. Oh, I love that guy. Good to have you back. What? I never talked about him. Oh, but that whole thing is clear on the boy's face when he comes home from Christmas. Silence made you so jumpy. I knew you were up to no good. Mother always knows, Rashawn. You can't keep secrets from me. Information transfer, visual network, anomalous. Oh, no, I'm not letting you withdraw now, Rashawn. You're a grown man, no hiding in the cupboard reciting your multiplication tables anymore. We're having a conversation, you're going to respond to me and talk to your mother like a goddamn adult. All knowledge of subjects mother, knowledge of mother's whereabouts, knowledge of environs, secrets held by each party. All information transfer requires the proximity of an appropriate transmitter and receiver, whether by sight, sound, radio, network, or anomalous. I don't believe it. You really are just going to pretend you're 7 again and hide in the cupboard? The lies and secrets just keep going on, don't they? When are you going to grow up, Rashawn? No, Mom, you're just sucking knowledge from everyone near the phone or near their mother somehow. But why? Are you an Infowar or something? Why did you make Thomas draw that pentagram? Is it all just a ploy to get us to summon something? Do you just want us to make us feel bad? Is that why you lied about killing the D-class and all? Infowar? Feel bad? Did you just call me the devil? Darling, no. What kind of song calls them own mother the devil? Oh, Rashawn, my lovely little boy. Do you know what you're doing to your mother? You're not my mother. Because I do. Agent Washington turned himself in immediately after the encounter with SCP-2315, accepting an official reprimand and requesting psychological counseling. Further investigation cleared him of any wrongdoing with regards to his performance during the testing with D-135. Additional commentary: D-135's mother was diagnosed with a supratemporal meningioma approximately 10 months after this testing with SCP-2315. Surgery was successful in removing the tumor. The tumor demonstrated RF transmission along 802.11 AC Wi-Fi Bluetooth version 4, a GPS and NFC protocols. Agent Washington's mother has been placed on the medical watch. Dr. Perry. That's supratemporal found in D-135's model. The brightness is from its broad spectrum activity. Oh god, so looks like they even take a chunk out of like the mom's brains when you pick up the ooh. This is a good one. This is a good one. It's also so vastly different to what if I recall correctly was Wrong John Silver. Like the lovemaking one was like hilarious, but also like had some creepy aspects to it. But this one is like it is like if you're a mama, if you love your mom, if you're a mama's boy, if you care for your mom, or your mom has like a high impact in your life, hearing things like you're hurting your mother, you are putting grief or shame and so on and so forth, that means a lot. That hurts a lot. But then also like your actual mom getting affected. That if you love your mom deeply, or your mom has a high impact on your life, this one can mean so much to you. In both in the good and bad ways. Because goddamn, it is pretty evil. It is. I would argue it's pretty evil to just pretend to be your mom and then like you get yelled at and all that shit. Like, what? You're not my mom. And then she's like, I am. It's like, no. No, you're not. And then and then just for after all that, your mom gets a fucking tumor in her bed. Like, what the hell, man? You can't win. Either you listen to the mom on the phone and you end up dead, or you don't listen to your mom on the phone and your actual mom that you care about, they might end up dead or have a tumor in their head. That's not fair. That's not fair. I have to answer this text real quick.